There we go. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having brilliant, fantastic, amazing days. Welcome back to another video. Today is an exciting part of the video to record. Okay, today I'm going to be discussing with you the next part of the program, okay, which is actually starting to see some tangible results, actually starting to see the power of trading, actually starting to see the proof essentially that you kind of want to see before going on to live accounts and challenges and verification stages. Having gone through the course, okay, so understanding my strategy, having gone through the signals channels and understanding and how to take the trades and how to read the trades and calculate the risk on the trades, having gone through the expert advisors, okay, understanding how to attach them to the charts, understanding how to optimize them, okay, understanding how they work, okay, and understanding where you can see all of this data. The next step that you want to be kind of doing is moving on to seeing some tangible results, okay, putting them on a risk-free demo environment where you can start to see the action in play. Okay, now the worst thing that I've ever would recommend and wouldn't suggest at all, okay, is having learned all of this data, having learned the course, okay, a lot of information there, receiving the signals every single day, okay, having multiple different expert advisors that you can put onto accounts with default set files, okay, and having not really tested them before. The worst thing that I would recommend doing is going directly onto a challenge with FTMO, my Forex funds, any of the prop firms out there, investing $500, $400, $600, $1,000 into an account and to a challenge where there is time pressure, okay, and everything kind of needs to be put in play when you haven't tested any of it before. Okay, so I'm gonna have a quick sip of water, but without testing any of it before. Now, the reason being is because you've received so much data, you've received, so much information. It's almost like being at school, okay, or being at university. You don't want to go directly into a live exam hall without having done any past papers. Okay, you want to practice the time conditions. Okay, you want to practice the stress. Okay, you want to practice the drawdown that you're allowed to receive, and actually seeing it for yourself helps build confidence. Okay, it's like going and getting an A star or an A in a test before you actually take a real one. Helps build confidence that you actually know what you're doing. So that's the reason for this video. Okay, the reason for this video is to kind of break down for you all, discuss the next step of the program, which is putting everything into play on a demo account, which is completely risk-free. It's completely free. And so why wouldn't you do it? Because it just helps build confidence and helps you establish, the boundaries of everything that you're using. Okay, so let's dive into it. So I've got my notepad up here on the on the right-hand side, essentially, where I've got all my notes, a few of the different tips that I want to run through quickly for you all, because I understand, I don't want this program to be crazy long in depth, in terms of how long it is. I want you to be able to get through this content quickly and then start maximizing, making some profits. So let's dive into it. So tips when testing on demo accounts. So this is what I've written down. So firstly, I would say ICMarkets, okay, is a brilliant place to do this. ICMarkets has low spreads, okay, it has low commissions. Essentially, it's going to be very similar market conditions to your FTMO, to your My Forex funds accounts, okay, so that's brilliant because of course you want it to be the same. I would also say that ICMarkets is my preferred broker of choice, for my personal accounts. So of course, the goal of this is to make good money from the program. And in an ideal world, reinvest that back into personal accounts with brokers like ICMarkets, Vantage FX, Eurotrader, Pepperstone, any of these market leading brokers, in my opinion, to reinvest them back in, utilize the expert advisors, your manual trades, your signals, to then boost that up as well. Okay, because of course we don't know the longevity of prop firms. I want them to be around for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, but having your own personal funds is so much more powerful because you've got increased amount of drawdown, and of course it's actually your money. So that would be the first thing, is that setting up our accounts, we want to be setting them up on ICMarkets, okay, and then getting multiple accounts. Okay, I have 10 plus accounts running with different brokers, okay, running loads of different EA settings, okay, and that's soon going to be scaling up to 50, 60 accounts because I want to test as much data as I can so that when we reach those big levels of funds with prop firms and those personal funds, then we've got so many different approaches that we've back tested for months and months and years, so we can see essentially how they've been performing and trading previously, and then we can basically just copy trade them and link them directly onto our live funds with lots of data to support it. So get loads of accounts. You don't just need to get one. So ICMarkets is where I set up my demo accounts. I've set up 10 from memory with MT5, okay, and I've got all the different EA settings, running underneath that. So as I have with, on the set file documents for the EAs, we have all of the login and password credentials underneath. So essentially, you can log into them and see how they're doing, live within the market. Essentially, that's what I'm running on my accounts at the moment. So then the next step is to get the right account size. Okay, so of course you can add as much or as little funds as you want into these demo accounts. I suggest getting the right account size. So inside this program, the goal, of course, is to get $100,000 minimum in funds. Okay, so if you're going to go for an $100,000 account, get an $100,000 challenge. Don't go and get a $1 million account size. Okay, because it's not going to be representing the account size that you're going for in the challenge. Okay, next would be to track and journal the trades that you take as if you were live manually. Okay, so part of the step, of course, of taking this hybrid approach to having EAs, to having manual trades, okay, is journaling the trades, okay, and taking manual trades to boost up the profit, to help you pass the challenge, to help you pass the verification, and then of course to help you maximize profit when live. So of course, you want to treat it as though it is the challenge, as though it is a live account. Okay, track and journal your trades. Okay, calculate the risk. Make sure you're doing everything accordingly as you would, when you're live and when you're in a challenge and verification stage. Okay. Then what I would say is that once you've done that, okay, once you've done that for a month, okay, or 20 days, or 15 days, okay, you're going to have seen the performance of the expert advisors, okay, for yourself on your own accounts. You're also going to have tracked lots of different manual trades. You're going to start building up confidence. Okay, and then what you can do is you can, if you're running 10 accounts, you can see, okay, these two have been running the best. They've had the lowest drawdown. They've got the greatest growth. It's steady growth. It's comfortable. It's in my risk appetite. It's what I like to see. And, I'm going to now move on to, taking that into a challenge. Now, the next step after having done all of this on ICMarkets is to actually transfer all of that data across into an FTMO demo account. Okay, now the reason we start on ICMarkets is because we can get loads of accounts. Okay, FTMO only allows you a free demo account, once at a time as of the moment. Okay, and what we want to do is, of course, collect as much data as we can on the ICMarkets demo accounts, and you can continue and keep those running throughout the duration of the time that you take the FTMO accounts as well, whereas the FTMO accounts get, removed. But essentially, having done all of the work in the course, the signals, the EAs, then testing it on ICMarkets accounts, we then want to move on to trialing and testing it in a risk-free, again, demo environment on FTMO. So FTMO allows all of its users to have one account at a time, okay, as a free trial. So essentially what you can do is you can go onto the FTMO website, the client dashboard, you can set up an FTMO demo account, okay? Now with that demo account, of course, again, with the ICMarkets, you want to have and choose the right size. So if you're going for a 100K challenge after this, get a 100K account. But the FTMO demo is as close an environment as we possibly can get to if you're taking an FTMO or a MyForexFunds or another prop firm challenge. Okay, now FTMO demos are brilliant because they give you a time frame. It's literally identical to how it would be, if you were in a challenge. And essentially, they give you a time frame of 20, 21 trading days. Okay, and essentially, you will select the EA that has been working the best for you. Okay, putting that on the FTMO demo, and alongside that, taking, journaling, and documenting your manual trades as well to see if you can actually reach the 10% that is required within the 2021 trading days that you get given. So essentially that's the process. Okay, the process of taking everything from ICMarkets demo accounts, okay, having the EAs running live, seeing, selecting, using the EA that you like the most, okay, that works with your risk appetite the most, okay, and then going and getting a free trial demo account with FTMO, okay, putting that on the account, the right account size, of course, that you're actually going to go for in the challenge, okay, seeing that grow, seeing that scale, okay, alongside your manual trades, then tracking and journaling your manual trades like you have done and want to be doing, throughout the duration of your trading career, and essentially, giving yourself, the deadline that you have within the challenge, which is 2021 trading days, and really testing yourself, seeing if you actually are ready to be taking a live official FTMO or MyForexFunds or another prop firm challenge. So essentially, those are the tips and tricks for this video, for this section of the video, which is testing everything out in a demo environment. Okay, all of the links to anything relevant, any documents that I've got are going to be down below, so feel free to take a look at those. Okay, with any extra further advice along the way. But ultimately, this is the video for now. I'm going to be doing another video, coming up, which is going to be about how to best manage everything when you're in the challenge phase and the verification phase, and then of course how to manage everything when you're live within the actual live environment on FTMO and on these other prop firms that are actually trying to secure as much capital as you possibly can.